Okay, grade 5S, what you will need is newspaper, a skewer that I will provide you with, scissors, and your glue stick. The first step to making our twirls is cutting out the paper. So with your newspaper, you'll open it up. The easiest way to do it is get a few pages at once. You'll turn it on its side and you will cut approximately strips about 7 or 8 centimeters. It doesn't really matter, you just want strips about that long. So what we'll do is we'll just cut a few strips right the way to the center, and then we'll go up this way, move that to the side, and then we've got a few strips. We'll obviously need more than this, but this is just so you understand what we have to do. You're going to take one of those strips and you've got your skewer. The skewer is then placed on the corner of that strip of paper. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up that piece of paper with the skewer right in the corner there, fold that corner under the skewer bit and just roll. Once you get it rolling, you may need to try it a couple of times, and the more you do, the easier it will become. But once you get it started rolling, you place it back onto the table to make it easier, and all you then do is you just move it along up the skewer. You'll see you've come to the end, so all I do is just push the skewer down a bit. So you just roll all the way to the end until you've got a nice little twirl. Okay, and the easiest way I find to do it is to then grab your glue stick, put it on some glue on that little corner bit, roll it over and stick. Once that's done, you pull your skewer out, you place your piece of paper onto the table, and all you do is you flatten it out with your fingers so it's nice and flat. I start with this end because I think it rolls a lot easier, but it's up to you. You just give it a few goes and see what works best, and you just start to roll. As I said, it does become easier with the more you do, but you just roll. This will give you nice little rosette type twirls for your photo frame. Okay, once you get to about this point, I like to put some glue on it. So what I'd suggest doing is getting an old piece of newspaper and placing this piece onto it. And just put some glue on it. And roll it round. And there's one twirl. If you want it bigger than that, you just do that same process I've just done, and you glue it on top of this one, just twirl it round. You can also push it up and get a raised rose. It's up to you, but that's the basic twirl.